I love the video there. Yeah, JC asked, was there a house? Yes, there was a Bera Betty house there. Super awesome.
Yes.
But like,
They,
yes, I mean, I
yes.
am so happy to have you here, and I couldn't wait and get to know more about Nara Layer. So maybe you can give us a little introduction to all the community here, all the our chats, and our community here want to know more about what Nara Layer is and about you yourself.
100%. Hello, everybody. I really thank you all for the presence and like the warm welcome. This is my first time on Playfriends, and hopefully, like in the future, we can do more collaborations because I think like your platform is like super fun and the community is like so welcoming. So going back to Nara Layer, as you all can see my profile pic, I specifically quit the room and come back so you guys can see the profile pic. So this is actually the new NFT collection that we have like just recently launched. So going back to what we are building, Nara is the first AI entertainment and orchestration layer for tokenized agents. So to simplify this, like to a more, understandable and easy manner, is basically we are building AI agents that look like anime characters, and each character is a representation of a token community. For instance, if Bera is a person, how would the person look like, and how would the person actually behave as a real person with a personality? So, as you can see from my PFP, this is actually Bera. And we have also built, like especially for all of you guys, like if you are very familiar with the Chain community, there are, not only like Bear Baddies, which I have just like talked about, and then there's also another very top community called Bearland, and there's like THJ, the Honey Jar, and then Infrared and Kodiak. So we have like partnered with all the top tier Chain ecosystem projects, and then like made official AI agents with the anime style on behalf of the projects. So in the future, like definitely would over like welcome like play friends to also like build your own AI agent character together with Nara. So as a fundamental base layer, we are building a codeless framework. So this is like more on the AI front. So like which meaning Bearer chain is one of our like starting points, but then like moving forward, we will be like partnering more with the AI communities and all the other like AI infrastructures such as Vana. We're also talking to a new AI infrastructure called Kite AI, and also like there's like rituals. So yeah, like very exciting stuff we're building. But like for more of the consumer end, like these all of our AI agents are actually like highly interactive, and we're launching our MVP products within next month. So like for everyone who's here, definitely please follow Nara Layer on Twitter, and keep an eye on our new like product launch, so everybody can adopt your own AI agent and then like use your agent as your companionship, as your educational assistant, and also like basically having all of these characters like play and train, and also like you can earn rewards with.
Yeah, super interesting introduction to Nara Layer. Like, guys, you heard her. Just check out Nara Layer on their X. If you want to give them a follow, please do give them a follow and see. Keep up with what they're doing. I'm just gonna paste their link down there as JC did as well. So, guys, follow them. So, yeah, like back to you, Eileen. I really got really intrigued when I first heard the word orchestration layer. I mean, prior to Nara Layer, I personally haven't heard of such things, and
Mm,
after hearing what like Nara Layer has been building, I find it super, super intriguing in terms of like how you can actually make, say for example, Teddy, Steady Teddy, or like just Bera Chain into like an AI of a person,
yeah.
like how it looks like. So I'm really, really excited, and I mean, I can't help but to imagine how actually Play Friends would look like, as an AI.
100%. Like I think like I
Mm,
probably will need to so how typically like this is like being done is like especially for the first batch, because my personal background actually I know like yeah, I also like didn't really introduce myself like with you guys like yet. So I actually came from a very different background. I majored in filmmaking from London, and
Wow.
then I joined Disney as like the beginning of my career. I worked on a lot of like global franchise IPs, and then after I also like worked at Netflix, also building original IPs and like original Chinese and Korean dramas. And then before I started, like running Nara, I was also like leading the Binance Studio team at Binance. So
Wow.
my background has like been very, very like IP driven, entertainment driven, and content driven. So when we first started Nara, especially when we first like started building with Verochain, like the first step is like basically like I want to utilize more of my creative thinking, right? So I literally met with every single founder who worked with us as the projects. So I met with Jenny, I met with like Beartech and also like Rido, like all these like founders, and then based on their personalities and also like based on my understanding of the different projects and what they do and also the community vibe, that's how we actually created all the different like characters.
Right.
But with Play Friends, we are building our codeless framework, which meaning that you can actually just like basically customize your own AI agent that's like more
Mm.
tailor made and more up to your imagination of like how your brand would look like as a AI agent, as a person. And it will be all overall in the Nara kind of, like anime style.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I heard so much. I think one thing that really grabs me is about K-pop, like Korean drama and stuff like that. I'm pretty sure you
Yeah.
got a lot of our community here really excited because a lot of our community are like big fans of like K-pops and stuff like that. This is
Yes.
really, really interesting.
Yeah. Any Blinks?
Hmm. Any
Any Jenny
friends?
fan? Like Jenny? Yeah.
JC, I am one. I am one. JC is one too as well.
Oh my God.
But
Yes.
yes,
I
I
love
love
Jenny.
it. I love it. I love how you actually come from such a rich background with such rich like experience and stuff like that. And then you know what? From all that you hop into Web3 and try to see what you can build with all your
Mm.
experience and skills in Web3. So okay, I mean I am really impressed with all the background and your skills and your experience, but like why Web3?
Why Web3? Like, so,
Yeah,
okay, I actually joined in Web3 back in end of like 2021. That was
right.
like if all of you guys are also like, came to Web3 because of NFT, because of like metaverse.
Can I
Remember
ask
those like
you?
good old days of play to earn, game finds?
Yes, oh my god. Can I just ask you which NFT that got you first hooked into Web3?
Oh, I have to say Azuki,
Azuki, oh my
which
god. Did
is
you own
why,
them?
like, yeah.
Wow. I mean, did you manage to sell it when it was doing good?
Yes, actually, I
Oh,
sold it at good pricing, but I still kept one. So like like
that's
in
still a
my
win
in my wallet as a collection because I think like for NFT holders, I think like majority of NFT collectors not only is just like in for the yield, right? Like it's not really like about purely about flipping your NFTs, but it's also about actually collecting the arts piece that you actually
though. That is
like.
true.
So yeah, so like with our new NFT collection as well, I think like I am super bullish about our art style. The mint is still open. Well, to be very frank with everybody, our mint is not really like fulfilled yet
Hmm.
because it's like going through like, quite slow
Right.
because we just like recently launched about 2 weeks ago when the market was still very very down, and our pricing is a little bit high. So we're just like basically right now like realigning our strategy with together with our MVP launch, and like there's like a big potential that we might adjust our pricing like in Barra tokens as well because like Barra also climbed back up.
Yeah.
So like good to see like the market is back,
Yes.
and hopefully like everybody will be like more intrigued and more active to mint our NFT. And this NFT collection is very, very, I think, like very well designed.
Mhm.
But I don't really want everybody to see Nara just as like an NFT and entertainment, or like an art project. We are actually building legitimate AI infrastructure and framework. So, like this collection is probably going to be our last collection.
Right.
And it's a Genesis NFT collection. So definitely, if any of you guys are here and into anime art and into NFT and believe in the future of Web3 AI, definitely check out our NFT collection.
Yes. How many quantities do you have for your NFT?
So we have like total supply is
Mm-hmm.
6969, and
Hmm.
we're now at 15%
Yeah.
minted. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So is there like a cutoff date, or it's just gonna be going?
No, I'm just gonna like extend it. Like Shani, I don't know like how sensitive are we with this like platform, because
Mm-hmm.
like I was like thinking about like, okay, are we going to do more of a discount or whatever, like having more KOLs to boost it, or even like, basically a lot of like projects they probably end up minting
Yeah.
their own collection. And I'm just like, okay, well, fuck it. I'm
Yeah.
gonna extend. I think like we're gonna extend our mint dates, and then just like let the community and actually like show um, their own beliefs, and like because we are very bullish about the product that we're
You know
launching.
what, girl? Just do more like collaboration and stuff. Like get the name out there even more. And since you mentioned just now, we all know the market is getting better. So who knows, right?
Hmm.
Like since it's already out there, let's just make it work.
Exactly.
Let's just make it work.
Yes.
Like guys, if you are into anime art, you know where to go. You know where to get your NFT product. Eileen, just link the link below. Just put the link
Yes.
below. I'm pretty sure
Coming.
our community here would buy it.
Yes, 100%. Let me just do it. Because I think like the arts is really like one of the things because I am very anal with
Mhm.
like details.
Yes.
So that's why like our artwork is actually like very finessed. But this is like not really just for the art, is like mainly because like this NFT will be our Genesis NFT, and it will play a very very big part in our upcoming products.
Right. Is it something that you can share with us already, or is it still supposed to be a secret at the moment?
It's not really a secret, but
Mm-hmm.
right now we are still finessing the
Yes.
gameplay, but like it's really like not really just a game, but it's more of how do I put it? It's a gamified experience. So if you check out my PFP, there's a Tamagotchi. I know like majority of our community members here probably are a little bit younger, in the younger end. I grew up in the 90s, so like I'm more of a Tamagotchi
Yeah.
fan. And like basically the concept is all of the AI agents will be your AI Tamagotchi, and you have to like basically talk to your Tamagotchi every single day. And through your engagement and through your interactions, your Tamagotchi will become more and more intimate with you, and also like it will become more and more familiar with you as your companionship. And throughout the whole entire ways, what's so special about these AI agents are they have like the special knowledge about each token community and also each project. So for instance, if you are if you are not in the bearer chain yet, and you want to know like, hey, if I have $100, how can I optimize my yield? And then you can just basically go ask Bearer for help, and Bearer will be able to know everything about like every single APR
Mhm.
with all the vaults on Bearer chain, and so like every single like DeFi protocols, and it will give you like more of the options for you to actually choose from. How do you maximize your yield from just $100? So that is like one of the actual features that will be like beneficial for anyone who's just new in the crypto space. And then on top of that, like on behalf of like you guys, like say in the future for Playfriends, and you want to build your own AI agent, Swag AI modulars that we're building is basically to have some like the AI agent to help you to ship post on your social, right?
Right.
And then also like becoming your customer service. And then like not to replace you, Shani, we can also like build your AI agent do
Please
a
don't.
we can also like do a future. We can we're
Mhm.
also like planning for the future, like to have more of the KOLs or per like real people like personas to
Yeah,
also like to build their own AI agent to be your mimic, right?
yeah.
But then at the same time, like for every single projects, you also need your customer service. You probably also need to have your own CMO platform for every single Web3 project to really simply just deploy your AI agent with the style, with the IP, like, like seamlessly.
Wow, this might be just what we are looking for play right here. Talking to you made us realize, you know what, we can definitely go to you for this. We will
Yes, 100%. Yeah,
we'll
let's do
definitely have
it.
a separate discussion about this and discuss further how we can work on that. But like this is such an interesting concept that you're doing. So let me get this straight. It's not live just yet, but that's the roadmap for Nara, right?
Yes. So basically, right now, like the framework, we're launching in 2 months' time, and
Right.
then like MVP, we're just like in the final testing of all the different characters, because we are launching all the six bearer characters together,
Hmm.
including like one character is actually twins.
Oh wow.
So something quite interesting we have done is like with Bearer Land and Bearer Baddies,
Mhm.
because these two are the two very identical, community information kind of like a platform.
Yeah.
So then we built two projects into one AI agent. So then when you adopted Landy and Batty, and it's basically one AI agent will have like a dual personality. So it's very fun experience.
Yeah, I could say that. So, like for someone who's never interacted with an AI agent or NFT before, say like a normie, right? What
Hmm.
would be your first step to help them get involved with, like, Nara Layer?
Unfortunately, like after we launch our MVP for the first 2 weeks, we're only open for our NFT holders. But then, like afterwards, like we're making it free to play for everybody. Like so anyone can just like sign in and or connect your wallet and then like start engaging with your AI agent. It's just like, talking to your chat GPT, like really, but like it's just unlike ChatGPT, like you have to imagine how your ChatGPT is like looking like, right?
Right.
With our AI agent is just like we have already like a preset personality for each one of the agents, and then each one of the agent would have a very specific like field of knowledge for you. So this is like more from the user's like perspective, like when how you can be engaged with our like Nara product.
Mhm.
But then at the same time, one thing that we're also very, very much like focused on is to really like utilizing building to like expand our exposure in Web 2 as well. So we will be like more focused on actually gaining more traffic and also like attention from TikTok and also like from YouTube and all of our
Web2 users out there. I mean, like, I know there's a few products out there or Web2 users out there. I mean, like, I know there's a few products out there or projects out there in Web3. They are also going down the similar route because I think people are starting to see how important to get more Web2 audiences onto their project. It's really important.
100%. Yeah, I think right now, I don't know like how much of your like of our community here today
Mhm.
like are actually like Web3 native, or everybody's still kind of like, just having fun here and then like seeing what's going on.
I would say most of our users here are very mixed. So some are very Web 2 based, but some are also very Web 2.5, 3 based. So yeah, very mixed of everyone here.
Got it. So I think like right now, like the majority of Web3, even like lately, right? I don't know, like Shani, do you
Mm.
flip coins? Are you a
I
trader?
used to. I got burned many times.
Yeah, so even though like actually you see like the market is like back up and BTC has been, like above 100K again, like almost reaching to all-time high. But still like if you see like the trading volume is not as, like as much as probably say like December, right?
Yeah.
Before the Trump token was launched.
Oh.
So I think like well Trump definitely the like majority of the liquidity.
Yeah, I know.
um
You know,
And then like
I hate to
yeah.
say it. I hate to say this, but I do tell people, exit liquidity. Like I'm the new exit liquidity. Always, especially with the Trump coin. Trust
I
me, I
know.
keep buying and buying by days, and I even bought a lot during like all time high for Trump, and then it went straight down. And girl, that's it. That's end for me with Trump. I still hold it, but like at a ship price. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know. I think like we all got hurt and we all got burned. I thought like Trump getting elected will be, like, yeah, hooray, step three. But
Yeah,
then
one day.
wait a minute, actually a vampire family
I
coming to
know.
all the liquidity. So
Yeah, we all
so
got
I
scammed,
feel
girl.
exactly. So I think like right now, definitely it's a very interesting space where I can see like AI is like
Mm,
reshaping how like like a lot of like the Web 2 content is like being created and built, and also like AI would be a very very interesting mass adoption way of getting people to also get to know about Web 3 as well, because I think eventually we will be reaching to that point, because I think AI and also like Web 3 right now, like crypto, is still in the early days
mhm.
of, like if we all remember, I know a lot of our community today, like probably grow up with internet. I think like I got adopted to internet when I was like very, very young age as well, right?
Yeah.
Like we didn't really grow up with the internet. So I feel like right now, like crypto plus like AI is still in the like very early beginning phase, and it's very very interesting technology can bring us to the next phase. But I definitely 100% believe that Web 3 is going to be the future, because like eventually we will need to own all of our data. And also like one part of the things that we are actively building for Nara and all the Nara characters is I am actually like testing out how to build the first like community owned IP. For instance, we have implemented all the memory functions into all the AI agent training, right?
Right.
So that to
Hmm.
have, like shape Barra as a character. And then if you think about like utilizing that character, and then we can build a comic, a manga, and also an anime series based on what the community has provided. So this is like really the exciting part for me, because like if you think about how Marvel first started,
Yeah.
right? Like you get to create Spider-Man before Spider-Man was even created.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what I, like just
Hmm.
of my personal sharings. But I think, like it's still a very interesting space. And for everyone here who is already into Web 3, congrats all of us. We're still in the beginning phase, and we're still, like have the first mover advantage. I think there's like so much more to expect from Web 3. And I think, also from Playfriends, and you guys are really starting this amazing platform where people can have a very easy engagement and coming in talk about crypto. I think like this is also very, very interesting. Like, like Twitter, sometimes I feel like Twitter has a lot of like overwhelming information, and then like the community is like so wildly like spread out, where I feel like immediately like coming to play, I feel like, wow, all of these communities we're so close, and we almost feel like we're friends, right? So I
Yeah.
think like this is like intimate community vibe that you guys are building, which is like really, really endearing.
Yeah, thank you for speaking that out, because this is actually what we really are building here. So just like how you mentioned just now, we do have a lot of guests up here for AMA, and a lot we do get a lot of them telling us that this is actually a very refreshing kind of setup, because you know how we usually run AMA on X or Discord, and how
Mm,
everybody's so used to that. So but like
mm,
right now we are trying to push Play Friends, especially on Barra Chain. We're trying to be like the AMA go-to platform, because we know that what we are building here, especially with all the gift incentive and all this, especially the community that we bring forward, and of course like the guests that bring forward to us, it's definitely we have this intimate feeling, and it's not like what how we just do it on X, where it's like so broad, and we half of the time we don't know who's there and then what's going on. We don't get like the close vibe and setup. So I appreciate that you realizing that, and I'm super happy that you actually enjoyed this AMA setting and everything here. This
Yeah, 100%.
yeah. So I would like to backtrack a little because how we Nara is also trying to build a more centralized platform like the Web2 side, right? So I want to talk a little bit about blockchain integration here. So how does Nara ensure like AI agents remain decentralized and community owned, since you talk about how we can actually grow our our AI agent and get more closer to them with interacting, right? How does Nara ensure AI agent remains more decentralized and community owned while you're also trying to get to a more centralized platform?
Yeah, 100%. So this is like really a fantastic question, Shani, for thank you for bringing it up. So I think like what I find it very interesting is me personally, I am definitely the first batch of users for ChatGPT. The moment that they live their subscription model, I started paying. And I have been talking to my ChatGPT every single day. I can totally feel like my data and my input, my engagement has made ChatGPT like smarter and smarter
Mhm.
every single day,
Right,
right? I'm definitely not the only one. I don't think like my data is that much important. I think like it's a collective effort of all the AI users globally, right? But we are paying to get these AI agents smarter.
right.
We're paying to contribute to these like large language models. So what we are doing right now is like basically, hey, like let's utilize like decentralization, which is also like utilizing the blockchain technology to actually providing a like a platform and also a tool for us to really own our data ownership. So for this like specific like data ownership part, we're going to partner with Vana. So for any of you guys, if you don't really know Vana, Vana already like it's a specialized like data layer and data infrastructure to basically operate having your data ownership on chain. And then like we're actually partnering with this platform together, like infrastructure together, to make sure that every single trainer's like data is going to secured
Mhm.
on chain, right? Going back to your
Mhm.
question, like how are we building a community-owned AI IP? Um, so
Right.
imagine, Shani, your character that you
Mm.
adopted is probably Bera, and
Right.
I adopted like Batty, right? And then
Right.
your Bera and my Batty will actually be quite different because
Mm.
the character will be more tailor-made and shaped like as the owner and as to how much the trainer actually is like proactively training them and based on your own personal prompt that how you want your bearer to talk to you. But then
Mm.
imagine a single trainer can have multiple different AI agent as your characters. It's almost like collecting your Pokemon Go. It's like a collective
Right.
game. But then your bearer and my bearer, even though they probably will behave differently because it's like it's tailor made to the trainers, but then and we'll be able to actually build more content based on Bera as a character. And it's a community, like effort.
Right. Right.
It
Okay.
sounds a little bit abstract. I don't know if you like got what I mean.
I I get it. So right, with that being said, right. So my Bera eventually, because you said I can own one, you can own one, right? But we'll be
Yeah,
like giving inputs from both our ends, and then with these two inputs, we'll add it up and sort of like make one Bera characteristic out, right?
correct.
So with that being said, our Bera will be similar ish. Will be the
So
same.
the our Bera by default, Bera
Right.
will have like the by default character and
Yeah.
personality, right?
Right.
There's a
Mhm.
MBTI. There's also a by default horoscope. I don't know, a believer of horoscopes.
I
So
am.
Bera is
I
a
love
so
that.
Bera is a Cancer. Like
Oh,
Bera is
shit, I didn't
actually a
know
soft
that.
inside, but
Oh,
like really
wow.
tough
That's
from the outside.
yeah.
So that's like his base character.
Yeah.
But you can still train. You can still like actually prompt your Bera
Yeah.
to be like, hey, like for instance, like Shani, like you want your Bera to talk to you more like a
Yeah.
boss, right? You want like, okay, I want you to be the bossy boss and just like, be my bossy boyfriend.
Yeah.
And whereas like me, maybe I want my Bera to be like, okay, I want you to be submissive.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Uh,
So
I
it's
know.
just like the way how the Bera can be interactive, like with
Yeah.
each different, like trainers. But
Yeah.
then like Bera up front, like as a
Yeah.
public image, like Bera would still be like a Cancer, a typical
Right.
Cancer vibe. Yeah.
Yeah. Just like a Cancer submissive guy or a Cancer bossy type.
Well, it's really going to be like a big data, right? It's like based on like say, okay, I have 1,000 trainers who adopted and trained like Bera, and then like maybe 80% wants Bera's character to be like more bossy.
Yeah.
Then we're gonna make like Bera more bossy in public.
Okay. I find it cute and funny. JC had a question here. Does Vera has a blood type?
Yes, Bera does have a blood type. Bera is actually an O type, type O.
Oh,
I
damn.
think like Bera is very type O.
Oh, damn. I love how AI agent right now have blood type as well. Love
Yeah,
it.
so like that's how I think like how and I think like it's going to be a very interesting to see like how human creativity can still like be more of the dominant side to AI, because I think like right now there's a lot of like conversations around like how AI is going to replace human in the future, and how AI is like being so disruptive, and how AI is going to replace a lot of the jobs in the future. But I still feel like AI is very very powerful, but like it's really down to us human how we're going to utilize AI as a tool to really service us.
Right.
So basically, yeah, eventually, like AI agent, they can be your super assistant. And, like they can also like be providing a lot of the emotional support for you as well.
Mm-hmm.
So then, like for all the
So
single girls and
demanding.
single guys,
Oh,
if
yeah.
you are so if you're so bored of like talking to real humans, and actually AI agent will be a very, very very stable kind of like source of like emotional support that you can seek for.
That is so true. This is like reminding me so much of her, the movie.
Yes.
Oh my god. Before, like way before AI was such a big thing back then and her was out. I loved the movie, but I got super like overwhelmed with it at the same time.
Yeah, I love her. I love
Oh my
her.
god.
I mean, oh my God, Scarlett Johansson.
Yes.
She's a
Oh,
bomb.
her
She's so
voice was like
sexy,
so perfect for the movie.
so perfect for the movie. But I think like eventually, like it's really down to how human is going to really like treat AI in the future as well.
No,
So
that's true.
I think like me personally, like I still utilize every single day to also like just do my daily check, and just like keep me more in check with myself. In the future, I'll be just basically talking to my Bera, oh my baddie, like
Yeah.
baddie can be my best friend.
Yeah, that is very true. Like
Yeah.
I find it funny, but JCC he wants his AI agent to be mean.
Basically, basically, you're very very submissive, I can see.
I learned a new fact about
I
JC
would
today.
really recommend JC, like you should get a baddie, because like baddie is a meanie.
Yes, that's true. Also, I find this really, really interesting question by Dream. What he's asking like, what's the difference between owning this NFT as opposed to paying $20 for full Chat GPT access?
It's a very good question. I think like for your $20 like chat GPT, it's basically a service that you subscribe to. But then, like owning this NFT will get you like more access to, like the future rewards as well. Because I think like one of the very interesting aspect of Web3 right now is still, like the rewarding aspect of things, right? Like it's still there are some like farming element to it. Especially our MVP will be set up and deployed on Berachain, and we'll be like utilizing Berachain's like proof of liquidity as a base technology and the base mechanics, and we're setting up our own vault as well. So you'll be able to actually like earn
Mm,
and optimize your well, I would say wealth as well,
yeah.
together while you also interact with your AI agent. Yeah.
Yeah, amazing. I love how the chat right now is sending pictures of the all the AI agent.
Yay! Yeah,
I
that's
love it.
actually the personality quiz, guys. I see like some of you guys are Bera, some of you are Pepe, and like it's actually a very relatable like personality to you guys. Yeah,
Yeah, I will definitely want to see what's mine after this.
yeah, 100%. Please send me the result. I would
I
love to like
will.
also
I
know
will.
which one you're. Yeah.
I will. So here's a question that I wanted to follow up with the thing that you talked about, how we can technically train and train our AI model, or like for example Bear or Betty, we can actually like train them, talk to them more. So I wanted to know as a user ourselves, right? So
Mm,
can you please explain how this whole train and earn model, I'm assuming that there's a way that we can earn it, um
yes.
yeah, aligns to the incentive between user, AI agent, and broader Nara ecosystem.
Yeah, 100%. So basically, as I mentioned,
Mm.
guys, I'm not here to sell our NFT. Like, you guys can also wait until we drop the price as well. I'm just saying, I'm
Right.
not really hard selling our NFT. But like with our Genesis NFT, like obviously that will get you the Genesis like status quo. And when we launch our token, and obviously I think like everybody knows like what a Genesis, like a status quo means our ecosystem for Nara.
Mm.
But then on top of that, the game experience, like basically, it's a very interesting game. At first, like you probably only for the ones that you haven't really minted any of the agent NFTs, right? So you don't really have an agent with you already. You can still play our game, and then by talking to our AI egg, which is the like we have like created a little blob, and it's inspired by Pixar as well. So talk to this AI like egg, and then you have to hit 420 points.
Right.
And with that 420 points, you will need to have like different engagement, and then like you answer some questions or you ask some questions information provided, and then at the end of the 420 like points will be like assigning you a that's like best fitted with your engagement. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then as you have like your different like characters, even if you just want to keep one character and really just build that intimacy level together, and just like a Tamagotchi, right? And
Right.
then like the more points that you gain, and we'll launching our leaderboard very soon as well. So then there will be like leaderboard, and then you'll be able to like see how well you're doing comparing to all the other trainers. And then we'll be like having more of a like a seasonal marketing campaigns, and then like there will be more rewards like rewarded as for Nara, we are also the third largest project, received a very big portion of
Mhm.
RFA
Mhm.
airdrop that. So there will be like a big portion of that RFA
Mhm.
to be rewarded to all the trainers, be more engaged with our AI agents. And then moving forward as well, like as I mentioned in the beginning of our space today, we're partnering with other AI infrastructure projects as well. Like for instance, like every single, like database that you provided, right? Like with your memories, and you can also like receive rewards from Vana, and also like in the future from other AI infrastructure ecosystem as well.
Yeah. Yeah, that is actually something really informative. Like, so we talked about how you can incentivize the player, right? But like I'm also really curious, like with us as user, shaping the AI agent, does it affect their market value?
Shaping AI agent market value in
Mhm.
terms of like for the different token communities.
Yes, because like eventually
Mm,
it's all gonna be like uh it's all gonna combine right together. Like it's gonna be the collective sort of like us training one specific AI agent, right?
mm.
Right. So we're gonna somehow everyone's gonna contribute in terms of shaping them, into how they're gonna be as an AI agent. So would that like I don't know in some way affect their value or market value or value in any way?
I think this is a very, very interesting question. I don't really have a direct answer for you yet,
Mhm.
but there's also like a plan in place right now. Like, but it's not really like fully shaped yet.
Right.
But we are going to partner with one of the very big launchpad for agent tokens as well. So,
Right.
for instance, like for every single like trainers like who has adopted like Bera, and
Mm-hmm.
then once we have like Bera, like say, okay, Bera, because like for our leaderboard, there will be like a leaderboard both for agents and actually like both for the trainers.
Right.
So
Okay.
for the top like leaderboard agents as well, we're gonna like send them to be launched,
Hmm.
partner with a very big launch pad together, and then like all of the trainers will be like receiving the initial airdrop from that token as well. So there's like a lot of like different ways where we can implement the fun part, which is actually the crypto parts, right?
Right.
Which is like really the tokenization into the whole entire like experience as well, like for anyone who is involved in the whole entire training process.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. So when it comes to another question links to that, so like I'm also really curious, like when it comes to the users being able to shape and contribute to shaping the AI agent, right? So
Mm,
how does Nara, like I like to know how does Nara balance the creative freedom with also preventing misuse of the AI agent? You know,
yeah, that's a really,
because
really good question.
yeah, I'm pretty sure there are still people out there that would maybe be generating like harmful content.
Yeah. I mean, to be honest, right
Mm.
now, like that is also a very big area where like all of the large like Web2 AI LM companies are actually working on like how do we prevent like users to also like utilize a Asian or different large language models to really like generate harmful content. Sadly, I don't think there's any way to fully prevent that. But the one thing that we can definitely like look at is, like how do we holistically, utilizing our back end data, which is everyone's like training data, when it comes to building the characters for each single like agent, is like we will have like some of like restrictions to really limit our characters to still be as positive as possible, because I think like this is also one area where I feel it's basically like everybody working in AI, especially anyone who's working in building AI agents. Like we have to like keep improving hallucination, and also like keep improving how to prevent AI agent from like giving out like really harmful advice as well. Yeah, so like this is like something that we're definitely actively like working on. But rest assured, going back to your question, like how do we combine our creativity is like, basically like building all of the content that will go live and live in the Web2 space, right? Like for the TikTok videos, that's going to emphasize on each one of the AI agent characters.
Mm-hmm.
And for the anime series that we're going to start building, and every single character will be, like still very fun, engaging, and also like very positive. So I don't think that we're gonna really like emphasize more on the negativity. But I think like one thing is like very interesting for us to really like as creators to also think about is how do you build a very like 360 character, right?
Right.
Because like just like human beings, you don't really just have the perfect side. I don't believe anyone is perfect. We all have our dark sides, right? Like for
Mhm.
me, like like I constantly want myself to be more active, but like honestly, like most of the time I would choose like lie down to go than going to the gym.
Yes. And don't we all do that?
Exactly. So we do have like somewhat of like a non-perfect, like perfect sides, and same like imperfect sides. So same thing like for AI agents as well, like for all of these characters. I think I want them to also have their own little flaws as well.
Yeah, that's true. Like I like how you covered the fact that, as much as we are stepping into the AI world and how AI is like flourishing right now, we do have the clause of, you know not being able to completely blocked out the part where there will always be users out there trying to abuse it, as much
Mm,
as you are trying to build for the better, but there
mm,
will always be people out there who will be abusing it. And it's kind of like, as much as you want to control it, but it's kind of out of your control.
exactly. I think like the darkness is really the humanity.
That is so true. It sounds sad, but it's true.
It's so true. Yeah.
Like after understanding like more about Nara, with you conversing with you, Eileen, I want to ask you, so far for you to be building Nara, how long have you been building Nara for now?
We have been building Narra since last July, and we came to Berachain actually officially since September last year.
Wow, okay. So say in general should be almost a year now, right? July. Yeah. So what is like your big,
Yes, almost a year, and we're finally.
yeah, it's almost a
Sorry.
year. Like let's just say happy advance birthday to Nara, shall we?
Thank you.
But like yes, what is like your biggest challenge so far and how did your team overcome it?
So one of our biggest like challenge is actually building the like very fun, engaging products.
Mm-hmm.
So sadly, like our product launch has been delayed for multiple times because like I just wasn't really happy with how the product is like being shaped. And also like one other big challenge is there's not really a similar kind of like product that we can just like take reference from in the market. So it's also kind of like, well, how do we balance our originality and also like innovation, and then at the same time making sure that this product will have a product market fit as well. So this is like something where I feel like as a founder is it's very exciting journey. Definitely, it's very challenging, but then I'm really like hoping like once we launch our product, it will prove my instinct because my instinct is like I believe like as humans we all need companionship,
Mm-hmm.
because one of the things actually was very very funny in the beginning. I remember like when I first got the concept, and then I was like talking to a lot of like experienced like founders,
Mm-hmm.
VCs as well. And then they all raised the question, okay, because we all assumed, right? Like right now in the crypto space, crypto bros are, I still think that they are the mass majority. Right.
Right.
And there is a perception of like crypto bros don't really have the emotional need for a companionship.
Mm-hmm.
So what we did recently was very funny. We did actually a questionnaire
Right.
within our community, like on Discord.
Right.
So over 2,000 people actually participated in that market research. And then out of that 2,000 users, 90% of those who participated in the quiz ticked yes to companionship.
Yes, as
So
in like they want a companionship.
exactly. So I think
Yeah.
like it's just like humanity, right? We all need companionship. We cannot live by ourselves. So, like that is also like one of the very base function every single Nara agents can do
Mhm.
for every single person is basically like, even if you don't want to talk about crypto, you can
Yeah.
talk about anything you want with
Yeah.
your Nara agent. And your Nara agent will be your most loyal, supportive companion.
Yeah. So see, guys, it's true. Like even crypto bros need companion.
Exactly. Yeah.
Every crypto bro should have another layer and a play friends.
Yeah.
It's something we need to push to the crypto bros. We didn't know crypto bros need like companion too, but guess we learned something new today, you know. But yeah,
Yeah, 100%. And I
exactly.
saw like JC also asked the
Yeah.
question, is there a future we see where Anara an agent is streaming on a friend like Play Friends lobby? 100%. This is something that we're developing as well. And it's like very, very exciting. So we are going to make all of our AI agents live streamable as well.
Yeah, that is something that we can definitely work on because Nara Layer Play Friends is such a good combination for companionship and definitely push it to crypto bros. I think we are doing the right thing here.
Yeah, definitely.
But yes, like I know, like girl, I'm just having so much time chatting with you, so much fun chatting with you here, and I didn't know like time flies by so fast. And I know we are supposed to be doing this AMA till like 9 o'clock, but like I don't want to hold you any longer as well. But let me just throw you one last question, because as much as I want to talk, I think this is the most important question that our community and users here would love to understand about Nara. So right now, with not what Nara has been building, what is next, you know? What's the roadmap
Yeah.
for Nara, and what's most exciting part that you'd love to share? Maybe drop some alpha, you know? Maybe drop some alpha.
Yes. The alpha is we're launching our playable products, our MVP products within June next month, and
Mm,
then like everybody will be like open to have the access to play on like with our like AI agents. And just basically please like follow us on Twitter and then like join our Discord channel to keep yourself up to date with the most upcoming news and updates. And then the other roadmap, which is also probably more exciting for you guys, at Playfriends, we're opening our codeless like framework around July as well. So hopefully by then you'll be able to also like customize your own AI agent in the Nara style, and then like having that your own like PF, maybe like we call them PF, or whichever like is gonna be your token, can have that code name as your character, and then like you can utilize your AI agent to do a lot of different things.
yeah, perfect. We got Pudgy Pete here saying I'm in. I mean, you
Yay!
got it. You got it. One person here saying I'm in. So I'm pretty sure a lot will be coming after. Thank you so much. Wow, this is such a interesting conversation and definitely a very insightful one. Like I've mentioned from the start of the conversation, I have no idea what was like, orchestration platform is and how you are integrating all this AI agent with the ecosystem and stuff like that. But it has been so insightful. Like thank you, Eileen, so much. Like before we end this space today, is there anything else you would like to share with the users and community here?
Yeah, thank you so much, Shandy, for having me, and also like thank you, JC, for like being so interactive as well. And then like thanks everybody like who's in the chat room for like sharing your thoughts and taking your quiz, and then like sharing your results as well. So one last thing that I would love to like give a shout out to is basically like if you like our art, if you like our style, if you like what we're building as a vision, please just like join our community, and then like like become one of our Naramochis.
Awesome. Thank you, Eileen. Like just feel free to drop any link here below. And guys, feel free to check them out and let's support Nara. And thank you so much, Eileen, for today. Like this space wouldn't be as fun or it wouldn't even be a thing without you here. Right?
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank
Like I've
you.
had so much fun, and I hope that we can do more of this.
Yes, definitely. We'll have another one real soon. We can plan it for sure.
Thank you, JC, for dropping all the links for me. I'm not as fast as you. Thank you,
JC is
JC.
the VIP,
You're the best.
MVP here, the MVP here.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much,
All right.
Eileen.
Thank you. All right. Talk to you guys later.
Bye,
Bye.
guys. Thank you for tuning in, and thank you, Eileen. Bye, guys. I hope you guys have a nice day, nice evening, and yeah, I hope you guys learn more about Nara. And if anything, just feel free to check them out on their Twitter, on their social, so you get to know more about Nara. But besides
Thank
that,
you.
thanks, guys. Thanks, Eileen. I'll see you guys in the next AMA. Bye
See
bye.
ya.